Greetings, everyone. Hope all of you are having an absolutely fantastic day. We're back again with more Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. Let's get into it. Pick up some alchemical ingredients, then head back to Chili Creek. So I believe it was last episode where Markle came to us, said that they had a gift here.
Yes,
We'll
what?
pick that up and then we will head straight back to Dresden because I believe the project we were working on is finally completed. So we should technically be... Whoa. Oh. It's not a wolf that howls in the night. It's not a bittern that cries in the fen. The fishermen sway slowly from side to side as they sing a mournful dirge. A woman, her face red and swollen from weeping, lifts a small doll made of grass and seaweed above her head and ties it to a branch with a light blue ribbon. It's not the falling rain that blinds my sight. It's the grief of my broken, bleeding heart. What's happening here? Shush, be quiet. What's happening? What's happened is that Lavona's son died 2 days ago. Her eldest, of course. So we're here, commemorating the poor child. What does the doll mean? The doll represents the person who died. That's what it means. When someone dies, we hang a doll here in their memory. And it's the place where we mourn our dead. Others bury their dead in the ground or keep their ashes in urns, but our dead sleep at the bottom of the river. The river always claims her own, you know. Child or old man, it doesn't matter. Every one of us will drink of the icy water someday. See the white shores of the icy rill? That's not sand. It's the bones of our ancestors. And one day, we'll join them. How did he die? You want to know how he died? She begged him not to get close to the water. Told him so many times to stay on the shore. He's her firstborn, you know, but he didn't listen to his mama. He went swimming, got a leg cramp, and, well, what more is there to say? You can't cheat the river. What's so special about firstborns? Too curious for your own good, eh? People are in mourning. They didn't come here to answer all your questions. They came here to grieve. Go on and leave us in peace. I have to go. The fishermen ignore you as they continue to sing their mournful dirge. Whoops. I did not mean to click on that, but oh well. What's done is done. So I didn't choose the evil options because my Lich is not particularly in the practice of disrespecting people's religious ceremonies when it comes to the dead. But also not good. I didn't choose a good option because he doesn't care about it. The priest appears to be lost in thought. His face is troubled, but his eyes light up when he sees you. Oh, hello. The villagers are performing some kind of ritual on the outskirts of the village. They were singing songs. Yes, I noticed. The priest nods gloomily. But at least I finally understand why the dolls are put in the trees. Each one represents a person who has died, their body lost to the waters of the river. If a doll is tied with a gray ribbon, the person died on land and their remains were sent downstream in a boat. Dark blue ribbons represent those who have drowned. The light blue ribbons are used to signify the drowning of a firstborn, an eldest child. And there are a frightening number of light blue ribbons on those branches. Something strange is going on in this village. You don't have to tell me. Take the people who are performing the memorial service for the drowned boy, for example. When they discovered he drowned, they just shrugged. He was a firstborn, they said, and that was that. It was like they expected it. There was no surprise, no sense of bewilderment, no deep grief. There was just sad resignation. It all seemed so strange. I have to go. It will still help you. Look, the commander's here. Welcome back. Please stay here for as long as you like. Marco, you told me your village had taken a collection to aid the army. Right, you are. Here it is, just like I said. Go ahead, take it. We're just glad to help in any way we can. How are things going in the village? Things haven't been good of late. The widow Lavona lost her oldest son the other day. He drowned. She told him not to get too close to the river. But when have children ever listened to their mothers? If Areelu wants something, she'll get it sooner or later. That's a fact. The boy was a firstborn after all. She loves firstborns, our river. Loves them to death. Now, enough of such horrible talk. I'm a firstborn too, and I'm still fine, alive and kicking. What kind of rituals are the villagers performing in the grove near the outskirts of the village? Which villagers? The ones who are singing songs? No, that's not a ritual. They're holding a memorial service. We don't bury our dead underground. We put them in boats and release them into the embrace of our mother, Areelu. But that's only when someone dies on land. When the river takes someone, well, there's obviously no body to put into the boat. So people sing songs in their memory and leave dolls on the trees. I have to go. Safe travels. May you defeat all your enemies. And don't forget, you're always welcome here. That's that. I don't like the way they don't really give you a way to figure out what's going on here. You basically come here that first time, come here the second time, like things just happen. They don't give you a way to say, you know what, something's weird is going on here. I need to investigate. Unless they do provide a way, and I just haven't discovered it yet, but I've played through this game several times, and I've never had things go differently. I feel like if you're going to set up that mystery, you should give at least some way for us to use our ingenuity to have some influence on it, as opposed to kind of being a helpless spectator. But I digress. All right. Let's move on. Hopefully by the time we go pick up this, our House of Death will be created. Excellent. That's done. Rank up. Both available. Excellent, excellent. Events. The touched one. An odd and somewhat touched priest has sought an audience. In a dream, he saw himself eradicate the Worldwound, and he is convinced that it was an omen. With the help of the clerics he borrowed from his temple, he was able to make the arduous journey to Dresden, and now he's asking the commander to keep them safe while he is away on his quest to fight evil. Endeavor is doomed. Relics of the Blessed One. Even though it's the good choice, I still like it the most. Convince the priest to join the army. Areelu was able to convince the priest that he had interpreted the dream wrong. His mission was indeed to travel to the Worldwound and fight it, but he read the metaphor of closing the wound too literally. His true purpose is not to bear this burden solely on his own shoulders, but to join the crusade and do his part in achieving victory over the demons by, for example, serving as a healer. And nope, no decrees. There we go. Ooh, haven't been there before. Okay. Boom, doom, doom, doom. Jeez. Well, this is helpful. One, that's nice. Take care of you. Excellent. And 20, take care of you. Excellent. That'll work too. And yes, that'll work. Excellent. Very nice. Nice again. That was unfortunate, but our hospital can take it. And there we go. Ooh. So wait, the mongrel ranger can shoot even when the enemy is right next to him? It's good to know. And that's that. Boom. Excellent. The past where howl eternal predatory winds have been taken. In the times of Sarkoris, the shamans used to call this place the Mountain Flute, and here summoned the spirits of the plane of air. The wisdom of Sarkorians pointed them to a place where the elemental energies are especially powerful. Except, none of these are all that great for me, but oh wait. Yeah, let's try that. Okay. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. Ooh, thousands. Yeesh. There we go. 2, 1. You should be able to pierce through this, right? Yay! All right, and we can chill. Sure, you can come forward if you like. Why didn't you move? That's interesting. All right, 600. But I know I can take out more of you at a time. I guess if y'all are just gonna stand back there, I guess we will have to step up. Not close enough. And 260. Okay, not bad at all. Awesome. 78. I didn't mean to move. Oh, 146. That's awesome. There we go. Okay, this is just starting to annoy me now. Stop it. Thank you. Just 11, right? Yeah, I knew that wasn't going to do serious damage. It's okay, though. Awesome. Now, let's give Scorching Ray a try once again. Excellent. Hey, double actions. I will take it. 46. Sheesh. And there we go. Come on. Ooh, this is a little late to be afraid now, son. Should have tried that earlier. The Baylor at the head of an army has been killed. The horde of his slaves either perished or scattered. The fate of this mighty tyrant became an abject lesson to all the denizens of the Worldwound, and how dangerous it is to challenge the Crusade commander. Excellent. Go back a little. Up here. I don't know what that was, but I'm sure it was unpleasant. What in hell? There's 3 of them over here. It's supposed to just 2 over there. Let's see what this does. Boom. Well, yeesh. That was unfortunate. Okay, -2, that's better. He's stuck. He's just summoned. I don't have to worry about him. Boom, 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 boom. Excellent. You might still be able to finish this. Oh well. Asking for too much, apparently. Yeah, I knew he can't do anything against that armor. There we go. And you are done for. Boom, 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 ba-da-da-dum. Despite their paucity of numbers, the gang of demons gave the Crusaders a tough fight. In the skirmish, they resembled more a tight-knit squad than a marauding gang of raiders. An old map of Sarkoris found on the victor's body was immediately turned over to the commander. Perhaps those demons were performing an important search or reconnaissance mission for their masters. Come what may, their mission failed. Save that. Okay. And I believe that there's level 10 down here. Is the only thing left. Yep, okay. Dun, dun, dun. Oops. Let's see. Ooh, headhunters. Definitely want those. And I use marksman as well. Who's the third one that I have for the cavalry? Oh, mongrels. Okay, so I don't see any of those. Let's get you off. We need to combine some of these units, frankly. Search. Ooh, there's more of them, but that's it. Because I'm not personally using shield bearers anymore. How much money do I have? 102,000. Yeah, sure. Make things a little easier on myself. There we go. Oh, wait. I shouldn't have had to split that up. What was I thinking? Oh, well. Alright. Cool. Cool. She can stay where she's at. Let me look at these one more time. I'll probably never end up using them, so I might as well just leave him where he's at. Okay. You... nothing there yet. You're gonna come around here, and then what? There, right? You gotta come all the way around anyway. So, I'm gonna let them sit tight. Now you need to rest, and then we can keep going. Pick up those alchemical ingredients. Have you ever thought of giving it all up and going home? The Crusade doesn't sound like a place where a priest of love and beauty would be very happy. I am not here for my own happiness. Spirits are low among the Crusaders, and I want to remind them that love and beauty still exist in this world. Okay. Get these, then go back to Dresden, and I might be able to finally recruit my companions. We'll see. That's done. That's done. That's all done. What's the event? Fate of the Wicked Dope. Banded Mail or Quarterstaff. Quarterstaff. Skilled Craftsman. Branch of the Lash Ash. First of all, no rank ups. Okay. Oh, I haven't studied the Sword of Valor? Yeesh. Definitely should do that. A Dirty Squealer. The rest of these I haven't done yet, right? Oh, yep. Alright, and that's it. Wait. There we go. And you can get going here. Might as well go through these uncovered parts while we're doing it. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Go back to Dresden. Teleport. Boom, doom, doom. Enter. We are going... No, we won't go straight to Zacharias. Let's go ahead and sell some stuff first. Then we'll go to Zacharias. Doom, 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 doom. All right, and... Ooh, I love seeing that on the map. That's such a feeling of power. They really truly makes me feel like I've taken over the city. I don't think any other Mythic Path has something close to that, where you just build this huge thing right in the middle of Dresden. Oppressor's Gloves. I can't remember. Did I want to sell that? Maybe. Quarterstaff of Dope. Oh, for some, that's an intermediate step, but still, for some reason, I thought that magic users get something from that. Maybe not, though. Doom, 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 doom. Look at that. All right. Look at that. My own personal assistant. Behold my creation, student. I fashioned this pillar of skulls from the heads of clever, resourceful people who could be useful once more. Now that they've been detached from their bodies, they can devote themselves entirely to serving you. Their advice will be wise and helpful. The pillar will ensure order in the ziggurat. It is time for me to proceed with my work. Your soul is almost ready to accept the power of death. My work in this task has been magnificent. In the meantime, you may greet your new servant. One of its heads may seem familiar. The Lich's voice is full of malicious glee. I'm leaving. Go, student. Remember that your mundane concerns as a commander are nothing compared to our great cause. You would do well to keep your priorities straight. Before you stands a pillar with reanimated heads resting upon it, their eyes glowing green. All have been stripped back to their shiny, fleshless skulls, except for one that once belonged to an elderly man with a gray beard. The skulls greet you in unison, their whispers blending together in a chorus. Greetings, Master. We are the Pillar of Skulls. We serve, you command. Upon inspecting the elderly man's head, you recognize Teldon, the museum custodian from the Tower of Estrad. His lips are crusted with dried blood, and a fat black fly crawls across his cheek. So for those who don't remember, Teldon is from Act 1. When we left Defender's Heart, one of the first things we did was went to a tower in order to eliminate the demons there, and then we went through a museum. So Teldon was the museum custodian that we spoke to, who was basically losing his mind. He was also an apprentice of Zacharias. So Zacharias has become so cold and unfeeling at this point that he ripped off the skull of his own apprentice and stuck it in this contraption to assist in what we're doing. We were created to advise you, to control the ziggurat, to serve as shepherds for the undead, to ensure your safety, and, of course, to help you assemble the grave guards. Use us as you see fit. I want to learn more about you. Our heads and our minds are a gift to you, a gift from the great Zacharias. Everything these heads contain is yours. Ask, and we shall answer. What are you? We are the students of the great Zacharias. He summoned us, and we emerged from our graves. Our duty compelled us. The great Zacharias joined us together. Now we are whole. We are the Pillar of Skulls. We are your servants. You're just a statue. What good are you to me? Knowledge, magic, wisdom. We are the heart of the ziggurat. Its mind, its magic shield. We were once wizards who studied under Zacharias. We have no need for bodies while there is magic. The loyalty of seneschals and advisors is fleeting. They envy their master's power. They scheme and plot. We have no bodies and no ambitions. All we have is our service to you. Who controls you, Zacharias or me? The great Zacharius ordered us to serve you. He did not order us to serve him. We are a gift. You are our master. We regard our creator and teacher with reverence. Still, we belong to you. Everything is clear to me now. We serve, you command. Who are the grave guards? The Ziggurat's champions, its best guardsmen, the strongest. More than just skeletons and zombies, those who keep the defenses strong. Grave guards are never great in number. They are rare. They must be sought, collected, one by one, resurrected and subdued, as long as their souls are strong enough. But they will serve you well when the Ziggurat is under attack, for one day it certainly will be. Can you sense the souls of those who can become my grave guards? We sense rage. We sense shame. A powerful spirit, a suffering spirit, a traitor spirit. He roams your dungeon. His God refused to claim his soul. Bind him. He will be useful. You enslaved the spirit of Delamere, a powerful priestess of Areelu. Her arrows will defend the Ziggurat well. Order her to come here. The pillar falls silent for a time. Then it cracks its jaws and speaks. We seek, but we do not see. There are no worthy candidates. We shall continue our search. I'm leaving. We serve, you command. So this is a change from the beta. In the beta, they wouldn't let you collect Delamere until the very, 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 very end of Act 3. And oh, it won't let us exit directly from here. And that's whack. Okay. All right, we will go get Delamere right now. I won't, sir. I won't, sir. We will go ahead, put her in the party, and get started on making our party all dead. Hey, look at that. We're right here. I don't care that we're fatigued. We will work it out. All right. Let's go here first. Delamere's Eternal Vigil. Boom, boom, boom. I dug it. Of course. Of course now. What is this?
I'm always open to ideas.
I'm always ready. Yet another obstacle.
Ooh, 90. Oh. I realize there were more.
I do what I must.
That was excellent. I am getting more powerful. Okay. Yep. Here, not yet. Okay. How's this gonna work? You just come around. Oh, you're gonna come around that way? Wait a minute, what? Interesting. I don't think I'm even gonna get to use those reinforcements. It's fine. Nothing they can do right now. Cool. Boom, boom, and I need rest.
They say the worthiest fighters become devils in hell. If it's true, it's only fair. Lazy fighters can retire, but for true warriors, death is no reason to shirk its duty.
I love his character. Oh man, he's so awesome. We will have him in the party the whole time when I do my double run. The whole time.
I'm gone.
Right, Delamere, here we come. Here. Is the kid still alive? Can't remember. Did he die when I went down? Sure did. Ooh, he's out of
We
here.
do it my way.
Is she still standing here? Yes, she is. Delamere gives you a long look and her voice sounds pensive. You know, I still despise you, but this existence does have its benefits. Eris still forsook me, but I am loyal to him. I can still spread his word, defend his principles. Do not expect thanks from me. I have a task for you. I will obey, Master, though being your slave is a torment. Go to my ziggurat and guard it. As you command, Master, I will guard your fortress. And so it begins. So it begins. Okay.
Follow
that's
if
one.
you dare.
Oops. And then let's see if we can bring up Staunton in the prison. Now in the beta, those were the only two that I was able to get. So I wonder if that's still the case here. Oh, you're right there? Dog it. I really don't want to have to come all the way back. Yeah, we're not doing that. So wait, you got a slot open, right? Yeah, you got a slot open. There. Who are you? Light cavalry? I don't think you're ranged. Let's go again. Okay. You can come over here and deal with that. Excellent. That's two, that's one. Yeah, let's combine these. Getting irritated with all these armies just sitting around. There we go. Okay. Now, prison. Let's see. And yep, his corpse is there. Staunton's corpse looks horrible. Two whitish orbs where normal eyes once were, rotten eyelids, the putrid stench of rotting meat. Flies are swarming the dead dwarf, eager to lay their larvae in his flesh. Evil requires Lich, mythic path, awaken Staunton from death. The corpse does not move, but you can sense Staunton's presence. His low voice resounds in your ears. Get lost. I'm dead. Malgrim, the god of death, is waiting for me. He will deliver me onto Pharasma's judgment. Me, I've had enough judgment here. No one will look at me with pity and disgust ever again. Go to the abyss. What do you want? Then again, I can feel it. You too want to use me. Forget it. Diplomacy 30. You're being offered a chance to serve me and atone for your guilt. Staunton drops his words like a forging hammer. Make things right. Wash away the betrayal. Avenge. The dead dwarf glares at you with his unseeing milky eyes. A generous offer. If this isn't some joke at my expense, I accept. The dead dwarf stands up slowly, as though he is carrying a mountain on his shoulders. With repellent creaks, his stiff joints start moving. Staunton's face, purple from post-mortem lividity, shows stern determination. The dwarf's low voice sounds even more grim than when he was alive. I'm at the ready, Commander, awaiting your orders. What would you do if you encountered Monago again? The dead dwarf growls, barely able to contain his rage. She swore her love for me. She promised she'd stay with me until the end. She drove me to treason. Now I'm dead, and that wretched bitch is still breathing. She'll pay for this. I have the right to seek revenge. Staunton, you pathetic traitor. You brought down both yourself and your brother. The very sight of you disgusts me. A terrible grimace of suffering distorts the dead dwarf's face. I acknowledge my sins. I felt it when Mgmt took Joran's soul to face Pharasma's judgment. I want to see him again so badly, but I'm scared. Mgmt will spit up on me and say that traitors like me are not welcome in his room barrow. I want to atone for my shame. I want to see Joran again. Head, you know what? Let's see what happens when you say this. I'm sorry for what happened to you. You've been treated cruelly. It's not in character, but I'm just curious. It's not like we're going to get another chance to do a dialogue option like this again. The dwarf's face, grim as it is, hardens completely. I've no need for pity. My punishment is just. Then again, Galfrey is a cruel bitch. She's guilty as well. Head to my ziggurat and guard it. Will do. I won't surrender this fortress, not even to Deskari himself. Okay. Another one.
I'm off.
Now, here comes the real question. Will the skulls give me a third for this act? Or is that it? Is it still the same number as it was during the beta? I've heard you can't get a full team until Act 5, which would really suck. I mean, I'm a Lich. Why do I have to wait all the way until Act 5 before I can have a full undead team? That seems kind of whack to me. Here we go. Let's see what he has to say. Actually, let's also see if Delamere has any additional dialogue options. Delamere. Nope, just does the same stuff. And Staunton. Staunton's face. Oh no, it's the same thing basically. Yeah, wait here for my orders. Fine. As you command, Commander. Greetings, Master. Can you sense the souls of those who could become my grave guards? We seek, but we do not see. There are no worthy candidates. We shall continue our search. I'm leaving. We serve, you command. Interesting. All right. What's he got to say? The Lich spares you an impassive glance. I do hope you are here with good reason, student. I am occupied with my ruminations on the ritual you and I shall perform together. I'm leaving. Yeah, that's the thing he always says. All right, apparently that's all we can do right now. It is what it is. So, okay, the other question then. Does that mean that I have access to them, right, as party members? Let's find out. Zacharias' irritated voice barges into your mind without warning. Student, the time has come. My preparations for the ritual are complete. Go to the ziggurat at once. I intend to grant you immortality as soon as possible, and then I shall depart this land once and for all. I'll come at once. Silence is your answer. Hail, Commander. A middle-aged dwarf who has clearly seen some combat salutes you with one barely moving bone-dry hand. On her face are huge, scarred claw marks. A black eye patch covers one eye, but she is watching you with the other, intent and somber. Doralinga, Stranglehold, chair of the Logistics Council, at your service. We've got ourselves an ugly situation that requires your decision. Hey there, I'm on this council too. You know me, I'm a tip-top logistic counselor. I hope I won't get in anyone's way if I join you. Arushale looks around with visible worry. I think I could give some good advice here, if you don't mind, of course. Hopefully this council will benefit from my vast experience surviving with gear that consists of rocks and sticks, and where any dinner that's not squirming on your plate is considered a feast. All in all, kind of like our crusade. I won't lie to you, our logistics are a mess. What's going on my feet? Oh, that's the super speed I have. At first I thought it was like the Azada butterflies, and I'm like, yo, why do I have an Azada butterfly problem? Okay. We need more of everything, and what we do have is in disarray. Crates of provisions are rotting away in storehouses because some idiot quartermaster spilled beer on the papers, and fools are not the worst problem. There's also theft. Some officers grease palms to get a helmet with stylish plumage or a fancy blade from Nerosian. Meanwhile, that means that ordinary soldiers are being armed with barely more than kitchen knives, hammers, and tongues. It's time to give the entire logistics staff the bums rush. The question is, where do we find capable and honest people to replace them? The army is always a mess. It's the army, duh. If we want to get ourselves out of the bog, supplies have got to be handled by real moneymakers, not soldiers, merchants, store clerks, people with a habit of counting every coin, not sucking away on the kingdom's udder. These scoundrels must be replaced with decent, honorable people, selfless souls who have proven that they put their comrades' lives above all else, especially their own wealth. Surely, that's who will take the best care of our soldiers. Let's get some veterans on the job, people who've had their fill of the front lines and who know firsthand what life is like for a common soldier, what the rations taste like, and how the boots are always the wrong size. My suggestion is to call some experienced, well-connected supply officers from Nerosian. Let them leave their cushy jobs in Mendev and work up a sweat for the good of the crusade. Dorgalinda, what are the council's responsibilities? The Logistics Council deals with all matters related to supplying the army. Most issues would be trivial and undeserving of your attention. However, from time to time, serious decisions will need to be made, and that's when I'll convene the council. I have questions for the council. As you wish. Woljev, how did you end up on this council? And why not, huh? I'm your man when it comes to fetching the unfetchable, you know. So I figured I could show the lads in the army how it's done. And it never hurts to be close to those in charge of grub and new boots. Arushale, what are you doing on this council? You think I shouldn't have joined? Arushale looks away sheepishly. It's just, well, I spent a lot of time studying how armies work, both Crusader and demonic, when I was spying. I think my advice might be useful. Or at least, I hope it will be. But if I'm a bother, I'll leave, of course. Lan, how could you be of use to the council? I know a thing or two about gathering weapons and provisions. Compared to the war for survival we had to wage underground, you guys have it easy up here. If things go badly, I can teach your troops to live off the land and how to craft decent weapons from junk. They'll have memories of Land's special stew for years. Not sure if those will be fond memories, but they'll remember for sure. Dorgalinda, why were you assigned to head the council? Over my years of quartermaster duty, I've managed to develop a bit of a reputation for myself. The units I'm responsible for are always properly equipped, armed, and fed. Thieves, scatterbrains, and reprobates promptly get the boot. Bureaucrats who never seem to have anything miraculously find everything they need after meeting with me. In short, don't you worry, Commander. I'm right where I belong. I understand. Then let's get back to the pressing issue. Let's discuss our options in more detail. Yes, Commander. Woljev, tell me more about your idea. Easy. Why do quartermasters lose gear or drink it away? Because they're burglars and drunks, obviously. But also because they're used to everything being funded. It's not theirs to lose. So they don't care. We'll bring in some savvy folks who know the price of coin. The money people, basically. I know a couple of fences. Now they, for some reason, could always find whatever they needed. They have everything in order. Top notch. You could snatch a nail from them. Now, yes, there will be some skimming here and there, within reason. That's a given. It's in their nature, bless their grubby hands. But what matters is they'll be stealing after they get the soldiers everything that's needed, or they'll be given the sack in no time. I'm pretty sure I know where Brother Woljif will get his new quartermasters. I'd bet my horn it's thieflings. Areelu, what are you suggesting? A quartermaster's job is to care for the well-being of the soldiers they're equipping for battle. That means the best people to appoint to those positions are people who really care. Those who will keep their fighters warm, fed, and properly armed. Maybe they won't have the most experience, but that's all right. It's easier to teach someone numbers and how to run a warehouse than it is to instill a conscience in them. Land, what would you advise? In our tribe, we believe that the hunter's gear should be entrusted to the most seasoned hunter, to those who stalk the prey themselves and learn the price of a mistake in outfitting, an old bowstring, a dull spear, a tattered cloak, the hard way. I think that's how it should be in the army. Whoever is responsible for supplies must know war firsthand. They must have dragged themselves through the mud of the battlefield, seen with their own eyes how a rotten strap or a boot one size too large can lead to a soldier's death. They must have eaten their share of rotten cabbages and seen carts of horseshoes and pots pull up at their position instead of ammunition because of some clerical error. Assign new quartermasters from the veterans like Dorgalinda here. I bet they won't steal, and they won't let anyone else steal either. Just because veterans know what they want doesn't mean they know how to get it. For every smart one like Dorgalinda, you'll get 10 knuckleheads who've only ever been taught how to swing a sword. And if you take that sword from them, they'll never figure out how to pinch a new one. Dorgalinda, your opinion. There are some great workers in Mendev who have been sitting at home for way too long. Let the Queen send them to us instead of counting buttons for the frock coats of Nerosian Royal Guard. Let them sort out our supplies, and they'll already have connections in Nerosian. They could easily have army property decommissioned and later sold to private buyers for next to nothing, and those buyers would just happen to be the same mercenaries we're negotiating with. Dorgalinda makes a face. Connections are all too important, as you well know. Everything is clear to me now. Then what's our move? Woljif's option, expensive equipment. All units get a +1 bonus to attack and AC. Areelu's option, ready for anything. All units get a +2 bonus to saving throws. Land's option, only the essentials. All units get a +10% maximum to HP. Dorgalinda's equipment from the state. Unit has a +1 bonus to attacks and all saving throws, specifically for mercenary units. None of this helps me since, well, actually, I guess the undead, they're considered to be regular units. So actually, we will go with... Nah, even though I like Woljif the most for this, he doesn't fit... What he's doing doesn't fit with what my Lich would actually want. So we'll go with Lance. Our new quartermasters will be veterans. Veterans know what's what. They won't do their comrades wrong. They'll see that they're always fed, healthy, and warm. Then it's decided. No matter what our new quartermasters are like, there's no possible way they can be worse than what we have now. The results will be reported to you, and if anything else comes up, I'll call the council right away. Commander, permission to report. Captain Armada salutes you. We are short on soldiers. Any elation for taking Dresden is long gone. We now face the harsh reality of a drawn-out war. What was sufficient for an expeditionary force won't cut it for a proper army that needs to hold the territories around Dresden and still advance forward. Now that we've dealt with the wary and replenished our officer corps, we need more troops. I suggest we write a letter to Mendev and ask Her Majesty for a new draft. It will take some time, a long time to be perfectly honest, but it's the most reliable option we have. Mendev has already given everything it can spare to this war. I say we ask our priests to be more active with their preaching in other lands. Let them inspire more people to volunteer. A regular draft may not be enough. We have one permanently in effect as it is. We should suggest that the Crown recruit all who lost everything in the attack on Kennebrez and other cities. Instead of meager state-issued meals for these orphans and homeless refugees, they'll get army rations, a pair of boots, and a spear. It's not the best solution for them, and they won't be the best soldiers for us. Still, we'll have plenty of material to sift through and forge into solid combatants. Yeah, you won't get far on sheer enthusiasm. Fortunately, we have good coin to dress it up. Everyone who's ready to fight for lofty ideals is already here. It's time to call on those who would fight for gold. And what about the troublemakers from the Wary? Do they criticize us still? Negative. Ever since you took those measures, we haven't heard a word from them. After your changes within the officers' ranks, the command staff is showing nothing but loyalty. Let's discuss our options in further detail. As you command. Seela, what's your plan? I traverse half the world to join the Crusades, and I'm sure that there are still plenty of souls all over Golarion who would join our ranks. We just need to get through to them. Let's send priests to preach in other states, and not just any priests, but those who've been on the front lines. They'll tell everyone of the horrors they've seen here and how important it is to fight back against the Abyss. People will volunteer once they see that this is a battle not for Mendev or Sarkoris, but for all of Golarion. Do you truly believe that people learning about what's happening in the Worldwound will come running to volunteer? You think too highly of them. Upon hearing this preaching, most people will run in the other direction as far and fast as they can. Regil, what do you suggest? At present, Kennebrez and other cities that withstood assaults are teeming with orphans, the homeless, and refugees, survivors who lost all they had. They live off the crown in tents sustained by handouts. Get them to the front lines. They're not the most optimal manpower pool, as it is unlikely they would have volunteered, but they've nothing to lose and will gain an influx of recruits, as well as saving Mendev from having to waste funds on citizens who provide them with no benefit. You take advantage of those people's plight in order to bolster our ranks? The poor folks you speak of have suffered tragedy. They should be recovering and restoring their faith in life, not thrown into a demon's maw. Darren, your opinion, please. My advice is simple. Don't be stingy. We are practically asking people to jump into a demon's gullet. Sure, there are cooks who would do just that for some high ideals, and there are those who could be coerced by force. Nevertheless, mortals have yet to invent a better incentive than a shiny coin. If we offer the volunteers sufficiently high pay, they'll sign up in droves. We can't rely on the loyalty of mercenaries. They're eager to come and fill their pockets, but they're just as eager to abandon us once they are faced with real danger. I've seen it happen time and again. We need true soldiers, those who can't imagine life outside the army, obey without a second thought, and, if necessary, die without regret. Captain Armano, what would you advise? For situations like this, we have direct instructions from the Queen. May her reign last forevermore. We should write to Nerosian and ask Her Majesty to announce a new draft in order to send reinforcements. Of course, the plan will require time, but there's no question that it'll deliver results. There's no telling how many more recruits the Queen can scrape together through a regular draft. Mendev has already given us the best and most enthusiastic. It's time for the rest to do their part. Thank you. Everything is clear. What are your orders? All right, Seela's option. Preacher's decree. Oh, these are the repeatable decrees. Recruitment growth for trainable units increases. I don't have a lot of trainable units, but okay. Refugees. Recruitment growth for trainable units increases. Morale reduces. Definitely don't need that. Generous recruiters. The number of available mercenary units increases by 1 for 14 days. Interesting. Royal conscription. Interesting. We'll go with Darren's. Convince the volunteers with money. If only I could fulfill all your orders this easily, just by signing a couple of papers. You've made the right choice. Those who talk about how loyalty can't be bought has simply never held a real sum in their hands. Thank you, Commander. I'll report on the measures we implement and their results in due time. I'll call for the Council to be reconvened if we encounter any further difficulties. Awesome. Okay, save that. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. And okay, nothing to do as of yet. Let's check back, see if he gives us something else we need to do over at the Crusade level.
I do what I must.
To the streets, that's fine. Boom, boom, boom. It's kind of whack they won't let you teleport straight to the Ziggurat like it does with all the other areas, but it's fine, it's fine. Professor Snape fails to overcome the spell resistance of Professor Snape. What is going on? Zacharius beckons you impatiently. Perfect. Now that you are here, we can proceed. Remember this moment and accept fate's greatest gift to you. You, my young student, are about to discover eternal life and power beyond imagining, right here, right now. A head-spinning aroma of overripe fruit fills your nostrils, and you notice the sweet taste of slightly rotten meat in your mouth. Two well-fed, shaggy death's head moths land on your shoulders. You have pleased Urgathoa. The pallid princess welcomes your transition to the bliss of undeath. Before we begin, explain what will happen. Zacharias waves you aside dismissively. Are you quite serious? It would take years for me to explain how my ritual works. To do so would be to defeat the ritual's very purpose. With a resounding cracking of his bones, Zacharias spreads his arms widely. Welcome to immortality, Commander. Spectral fingers grasp your very being with immense power. Their predatory grip causes pain and odd numbness. You feel as though an unknown power is trying to rip your soul from your body, and it succeeds. You feel yourself drifting apart from your body. Your heartbeat slows, becoming distant and barely perceptible. Give yourself over to the power. The Lich already expected pain and oddness, so this is not out of the ordinary. The power is all that matters. Submitting to the spectral power, your spirit is smoothly released from its mortal flesh. Suddenly, the spectral power disappears. Everything around you freezes. You look at your own breathless body with unexpected curiosity, and yet, nothing happens. How odd. Precisely when the spirit was being expelled, I discovered a strange arcane connection between you and something or someone. The connection is strong, yet its nature utterly eludes me. Have you ever been enchanted? Personally blessed by a god? No, that's not it. You are a rather complicated personality, aren't you, student? One thing is clear. Unless we ascertain what produced these spiritual bonds, I shall not be able to perform the ritual without risking your life. If the ritual goes awry, we shall both suffer greatly. My oaths drained me of my power and reduced me to ash. Divination revealed to me a dark place, empty like an old broken shell, yet still resounding with the echoes of the great deeds of the past. This mysterious place lies to the southwest. Go there and find it. Trust your senses. You will recognize its trail when you come across it. What exactly went wrong? Your being was supposed to detach from your body effortlessly. Your ephemera is powerful yet pliant, reinforced by my magic. It would be strong. It would be safe long enough for me to complete its metamorphosis and place it in the phylactery. But this strange connection tightened and literally snatched your being from my hands. The cause may lie in your powers of divine origin, which you have displayed several times. Whatever it is, I shall not repeat the ritual until we ascertain what we are dealing with. The consequences could be dire for us both. We'll try again. Only when we know all there is to know about it. We cannot risk your life, for my oaths will be broken if the ritual destroys you. And if that happens, then no matter what your fate may be, I shall envy it. Where can I find the source of the arcane connection that prevents us from performing the ritual? Zacharius shrugs. Somewhere to the southwest. At Threshold, perhaps? Or maybe on the way there. Or maybe far beyond it. You must take care of that on your own, student. I am busy. I'm leaving. All right.
I'm gone.
That brings us to Mythic level 4. All right, looking forward to going through that. Let's go back to the Citadel.
We do it my way.
And then also, let me check. And here we are. Okay. So Staunton starts out at level 10. Delamere also starts out at level 10. Delamere is a level 10 Slayer. Interesting. 19 on dexterity, 16 on strength. I suppose 16 on charisma. Okay. This is a +2 bow. What do you have right now? You also got a +2 bow. Okay. Let's see. Delamere's armor. 6 max dexterity. This +3 leather allows wearer to cast spells from plants domain as if they are 2 cast levels higher. She doesn't even have a spell book. Why does she have that? Whatever. Okay. And a potion of shield. Interesting. Let's look at character real quick. Does it list her as an... Okay, so it does list her as an undead creature. Oh, that's why she has the high charisma. Because she's an undead creature, charisma is her health. Okay. Sorry. That makes sense. That makes sense. Let's see. She's got... In fact, let's look at it here. So they gave her point blank shot, weapon focus, longbow, deadly aim. She's got sneak attack. Cool. She's got snapshot and cluster shots. She also has, right, precise shot. She's got point blank master, excellent. And she has dispelling attack. That's interesting. So they got 2 people who are slayers? That's weird. You couldn't give her something a little more unique? Whatever. Okay. I'm not sure how I feel about this. That's fine. What is he? You're a base war priest. Okay. Well, I guess I'm going to have to finally learn war priest, y'all. They started him off with toughness? You've got to be shitting me. And they gave him a 12 in charisma? An 18 in dexterity? Oh, he's not even wearing armor. Okay. I thought, just because of the picture, I thought he was like a heavy armor user. I'm so confused. So confused right now. Yeah, so they gave him heavy armor proficiency, but with all that dexterity, it seems like... All right. whatever. What else is on here? Yeah, he's got power attack. He's got cleave, selective channel. Okay, so he's meant to be the front guy. Sacred weapon, no weapon focus, dazzling display. Sacred armor. Okay, I'm gonna have to read through all this, try to figure out what in the heezy fasheezy is going on with this brother, so that I can figure out the best way to level you up. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. That is enough for one day. I will take some off time, figure out how to level these people up before the next playthrough. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like down below, share this content, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will see you all in the next video. Take care.